weight class with a mark of 17-2. He'll be taking on Cael Sanderson, ranked second. This freshman has a 24-0 mark so far this year.
I'm real excited, and it's just an opportunity to get out on the mat in front of a lot of people. I'm just looking to have some fun, I guess. So.
No, he's young. No, he's undefeated. You know, goes hard. So, looking forward to the match.
This is one of the best freshmen I've seen, or I think anybody's seen, in a long, long time. He's good on his feet. He's good on top. He's good on bottom. He's got great poise.
Sanderson wrestles for Iowa State Cyclones, and he's got that blue and red of Iowa State. Vertus Jones for the Mountaineers in the blue and yellow.
Vertus is a winner. He rocked the wrestling world last year when he marched to the NCAA Finals.
He lost it handily in the finals, 18-0 to Mitch Clark. It was over in the first period, but what a tremendous experience for this junior.
And if you'll recall, he got dominated with legs, so it'll be interesting to see if Sanderson throws legs on top. He can leg and he can cradle, like his teammate Joe Heskin. Most of Jones's shots are re-shots off an opponent's shot, and there he goes for a spin behind.
Right there. Great call, Jack. 2 points for Vertus Jones.
He'll spin and re-shoot. He very seldom initiates a shot. He'll stutter, but he very seldom follows through with a shot that he initiates.
Cael Sanderson also has 2 older brothers on the Iowa State team, Cole and Cody.
And for $10,000, is there another brother, and what's his name?
He's in Utah.
I know there's another brother because they are.
Figure that out.
That's as good as I can get.
It's actually Kyler. He's a 5th grader, and a lot of people would give a lot more than $10,000 to have him tied up in the future.
Well, Bobby Douglas has done a great job bringing the Sanderson family to Iowa State.
Yeah, he has an interesting. I complimented Mr. Sanderson on the progress of his 2 older boys who really have made big jumps this year, and he commented, they can't let little brother outshine him.
There's Chris Bono, the assistant coach at Iowa State, who was also a tremendous wrestler for the Cyclones.
Of course, in this case, little brother's big brother.
That's true.
As Cody wrestles at 133 and Cole at 149 pounds. Wonder how big Kyler is.
I bet he's had a few visits to the mat room at Iowa State, though. Out of bounds, no score. 2-1 with a minute 12 seconds to go. Zeke Jones, an assistant coach over in West Virginia.
World champion, silver medalist in the Olympic Games. He's got some good advice for Vertus Jones every day in the practice room.
And hopefully he will join us here at the broadcast booth soon.
You know, there's been a lot of great action in this match. It's only 2-1, but they're flying all over the place. Sanderson's not holding back. As a freshman, he's not afraid to go out there and take charge.
Look at him. Even as he's got Jones around the neck, he's still reaching, trying to get the legs. More wrestling ahead on Fox Sports. This is the NWCA All-Star Dual Meet. Welcome back to the campus of Oklahoma State University. Ready now to resume at 184 pounds as Vertus Jones with a lightning quick takedown in the first period leads Cael Sanderson 2-1. Great story in Vertus Jones last year making the NCAA Finals. 1-point escape. And he missed the first part of the season with a heart condition and came back. And as you mentioned, Jack, shocked the wrestling world with a finals performance.
It's Sanderson's turn to counter.
Yep. And looking for that cradle, if you'll notice. Even off a leg attack.
3-1 Jones.
Oh, he's in control. Oh, no. There's his 2.
Fantastic poise by our freshman. He stayed right there and let the move develop.
Tied at 3. Jones got himself out of position, and Sanderson worked it.
Talk about what a great story it was. That is, unless you're the coach that coached against him in the quarterfinals, which was yours truly.
Oh, is that right?
He beat Jason Street in a great match and then went on to upset Aaron Simpson. So he earned his way to the finals.
Oh, he certainly did. I think he felt he had already won before that finals match started. But, I mean, Mitch Clark's a great, great wrestler.
Yeah. Now, look, he's looking to me a little bit tired here, and here's where Sanderson really goes to work. Both he and Heskett are reminiscent of another great Cyclone wrestler. Anybody know in the 70s? 4-time Big 8 champion.
Well, there was a lot of them. Give me another hint. Give me another hint.
Well, that kind of wrestling ability, that kind of scrambling, that kind of cradling.
Well, it wasn't Dan Gable, was it?
No, he wasn't a cradler, although he could probably do anything he wanted. Pete Gallia.
Pete Gallia.
They say Gallia. He's actually from Long Island, a neighbor of mine. It's actually Gallia there.
And if that's what they say in Long Island, that's what it is.
Hey, Jones showed his character getting out. He was being ridden tough. He didn't hang his head.
And Jones does have a 4-3 lead over Cael Sanderson, but Sanderson seems to have maybe the physical edge here, as you see him looking so heavy on the body of Vertus Jones, making Vertus work for every movement of that frame that he brings into the mat.
Sanderson's being wise. He's picking his shots, wearing on Jones. I think you'll see him try and open it up a little bit more later, but he's got to be cautious for those reshots and those spins.
Into the second period, stays 4-3. Jones on top of Sanderson. And now Vertus Jones has an injury timeout as he goes over and talks to Zeke up there on the sideline. And I don't know what happened there. He grabbed his chest. He has been working awfully hard because of that man. Cael Sanderson has been like a blanket on top of Vertus Jones.
Well, he has, and the freshman is supposed to have a few more years to develop his engine. But his engine appears to be pretty well intact right now. He must be 19 years old, maybe 18.
Well, remember, he, like Mark Smith, developed his engine in the living room.
Right.
Yeah.
Early.
I think Vertus had one of those lung injuries, Coach.
Let's remember that his coach, Zeke Jones, this is their first year together. Zeke replacing former Iowa State great, the 3-time NCAA champion, Nate Carr, who's gone in the ministry.
Riding time not an issue as we begin the third period, but Jones will try to make an issue of it. We're tied at 4.
Can he handle the pace?
Stalling call now against Jones.
Jones getting some quick advice in there.
Well, no, I think that timeout before maybe sent a message to referee Pat Fitzgerald.
And, of course, with 1:44 left, that 1 point could be huge. In on a nice high crotch. Look at the hips. And the scrambling, there's your 2.
Sanderson now with a 6-4 lead on the winded Vertus Jones.
Now Sanderson's going to put it in 5th gear now. I'm afraid he's got a lot of good things going for him at this point.
I'll tell you what, Jones is showing some character here.
Is he saving it? Is he saving it for the final minute? It's a 6-5 advantage now.
I don't know so much as he's saving it as he's fighting for dear life, but one thing we know, he's a winner. He's not a quitter.
A minute 5 to go. A 1-point advantage for Sanderson in the red.
Sanderson's smart here. He's hanging on the head, bringing him down. He's going to take a good controlled shot if he does, rather than an open one where he can get spun or reshot on.
He's got blood coming down the right side of his face. Seems to be dripping out from underneath the earpiece. And I don't think the referee sees it from that vantage point.
This is a great match. A lot of great shots here, and I commend Vertus Jones. We thought he was done. He's far from finished, although he could be in trouble in here. This is where he got scored on earlier.
30 seconds to go. Jones needs a takedown to win.
Oh, I'm afraid wrestling Sanderson here in this position is like wrestling in quicksand. The harder he tries, the further he gets in trouble.
He broke it. He's coming across. Can
now
he
watch
finish?
Vertus Jones. Can he make the turn? Now
Nothing
can he
yet.
put him away? 5 seconds to go. Jones down by a point. 1 second. Vertus Jones with a sprint in the final seconds of this matchup at 184 pounds. And you saw his coach, Zeke Jones, give him a well-deserved round of applause. But it will be a 6-5 victory for the Cyclone. Sanderson lucky to get away with the skin, Jack.
That is a great